So I walk outside, you know, still beaming, like all the way to my car in the parking lot, get in my car, close the door, and scream. Like, hello everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Lonnie. In this video, I'm going to be telling you about my job search experience, my experience in searching for a job as a nurse. So from the beginning, like, I started searching for a job before I graduated. I knew I probably wasn't going to get the job because I hadn't officially graduated then, but still I just wanted to put out my applications just in case, you know. And just in case I got a call and somebody had advice for me, then that was an experience and I would do better on my next application and my next application. So for about a month I was applying everywhere, and one day I think I submitted like 12 applications, and I even ended up, because I wanted a job right away, and I even ended up applying for CNA positions, you know, just to hold me over until I pass my NCLEX and, you know, find a job as a nurse. But then someone actually called me back and said, you know, by the time you actually get to orientation, you probably will be licensed. So it's kind of defeats the purpose of hiring you now, because you're too experienced for a CNA and you're not yet licensed to be an RN. So they advised me to wait. And being me, I don't wait. I don't like to wait. I don't like to wait. I just keep going and going until I get a break. I mean, all I need is one yes, right? I heard so many no's. Like, I kept getting, like, in multiple hospitals, and like everywhere I applied, I would see in my list, not selected, not selected, not selected. You know, those are all no's. But really, all I need is one yes. I also looked around for like job fairs or hiring events for nurses, and I found 3. And one I was actually late to because I mixed up the times and ended up going super late, so it was kind of pointless for me to get the interview. So I ended up just waiting for the next one, which was actually closer to me, but they only wanted experienced nurses only. So I showed them my resume, and they're like, oh, you just graduated. You know what, I'm sorry, we want experience only. So yeah, there's another one coming up, and I was advised by multiple people not to go because they said I should wait to actually be licensed and for a better chance, you know. So I was like, I don't know, I think I'm gonna go just to get the experience, because, you know, what if I actually got an interview, then I could hear the questions and, you know, practice my answers. So that's what I did. I spent about a day or two prepping myself with questions. So this is what happened from start to finish in the interview, right? I sat down, I introduced myself, I gave everyone my resume. There was 3 people in front of me, 3 managers for the floors of the medicine unit, right? And I gave them all my resume, and they were just telling me about the floor, right? The environment, the working environment. During the time they were explaining that to me, another person actually comes and sits next to me, right? And so we're there just absorbing this information. They're like, so would you guys want to interview right now? And I was like, sure, that's fine with me. So she then asked, do you want to go one by one, or do you want to do it together? I said, I don't mind doing it together. I mean, I don't want to wait. I'm ready now. So we ended up doing the interview together, actually. They would ask the question, and then one of us would answer. We would take turns answering. Talk about the pressure of being interviewed alone. Now you have someone else to be interviewed with. Like, well, at least I came sort of prepared. I mean, my practice questions, you know, 2 of my answers in here actually covered the questions they had asked, even though it wasn't the exact same question. I'm glad I got my mind into that flow of answering interview questions. And then I showed them my reference sheet, and it was just a list of references, right? And my first one was one of my professors, a DMP, and the guy there was like, "You know her? I know her." And then they was like, "She works. What does she do? She works at school?" I was like, "Yeah, she's my professor." And she's like, "Oh, I know her." And then, so yeah, basically the whole time he was there, he was smiling at me because he, you know, I guess we connected like that through her. And then they asked, "Do you prefer days or nights?" And I was like, "I prefer days, but either position you have open, I will take." And so then they closed the interview and said, "Okay, this sounds really good. So once you pass your NCLEX, give us a call back and we'll see what we can do from there," right? And so, you know, it's a hiring event. So there's so with the hiring event, there's multiple managers. So I go out to the lobby and I wait for the next table to open for that I can interview for, right? And so I'm waiting there, and there's plenty of people there. Like, there's so many GNs there. The other one, not so much. I was waiting there for over 2 hours, and then next thing I know, I hear my name being called, and I look up, and this lady says, come over and walk with me, please." So I sit down with the lady, and she says, "So now you have an offer on the table for the position you just interviewed for." And I was like, I was happy, really. And she was going on and on about it, saying, "You can take the weekend to think about it and then email me and whatever." And I said, "No, I don't think I want to think about it." And then she says, so this position is contingent upon you passing the NCLEX. So once you find out you pass your NCLEX, you can email me, and then I will send you to, you know, get processed for the job. So I walk outside, you know, still beaming, like all the way to my car in the parking lot, get in my car, close the door, and scream, like, right? And then I go back in because I knew a few people who were there. They came after me. So I was like there for a little bit for moral support. And then I go and yeah. When on my way home, I'm calling everyone. I'm like, it was just a really, really good day.